Every single week, I hear about hacks, thefts, and scams that affect countless people in crypto. It's one of the things that everyone overlooks till something happens to them. I know well-respected influencers with years in the space who have had huge collections wiped out in the blink of an eye. Listen, I much prefer the positive videos. The ones about altcoins with huge potential or exciting new trends. But this is probably the most valuable video I am ever going to make, and the one that you need to pay the most attention to. Okay, sorry about all that FUD, but it's absolutely necessary. I'm David here with CryptoTutorials.org, and this, as always, is not financial advice. But this advice could have a major impact on your finances. Look, if you don't know, crypto is immutable. That means unchangeable. That means that a transaction cannot be reversed. Hear me on this. Cannot. No government, company, bank, exchange, or institution can reverse a transaction. If your funds are stolen, there is no customer service to complain to. It's just gone. So please, take this seriously or get out of crypto for good. If you won't take the time to learn proper wallet security, you're not going to be around for very long anyways. Look, because of the way crypto functions, you have a huge target on your back. If someone can scam, steal, or shyster away your funds, they are going to. And guess what? They get to keep them. That's why scammers and hackers love being paid in crypto so much, because once they get it, it's theirs to keep. And the hackers are really good. They set up entire fake customer service departments and pretend to help you fix problems. They set up fake exchanges and make it look like you're profiting, all while they rob you blind. They create entire companies with 50, 100, even more employees dedicated to one thing: stealing your crypto. On top of this, hacks happen all the time. You might see a link from a Twitter profile that you know and trust. You check it and yup, it's the real profile. You may even see a video of that celebrity or token creator talking about this specific project, only to find out days later that the profile was compromised and your money has been stolen. This actually happened to Bill Gates, Elon Musk, Charles Hoskinson, and many more mega profiles. It's like having a pile of gold in the medieval era. You got to put up your guard, build a moat, and let's get ready to defend the keep. All right, so first off, you need to keep your devices and your network secure. This includes having good antivirus on both your computer and your mobile devices, and good secure Wi-Fi router. You also need to use a VPN if you're going to use any public Wi-Fi spaces. Look, I'm not going to go into deep detail on this. There are much more knowledgeable people out there teaching network security than me. To learn from one of my favorites, click up here. All right, so let's talk specifically about your crypto assets. Rule number 1, never, ever save a password or seed phrase on your computer. I don't care if it's a password storage device in your browser extension made by Google or whatever. The last thing you ever want to do is have that information connected to the internet. This is how we build a moat. We put a big body of water between us and hackers by taking this data offline. You can store it on a piece of paper or a thumb drive that's hidden away. I know it seems crazy, but a handwritten password is massively more secure than one stored on your computer. 99% of crypto thefts and hacks happen by someone who lives halfway across the world and has no way of accessing your home. And this should be obvious with anything online, but set up a good, strong, and different password for every single site. That way, if one of them is compromised, the others are going to remain safe. Often hackers will buy lists of compromised passwords on the dark web. So if you decide to recycle that MySpace password from 1999, guess what? Odds are it's in their database. Also, set up a different email address for everything you do in crypto and secure it with two-factor authentication. Your regular email that you've been using for years is probably on hundreds, thousands, maybe even hundreds of thousands of different places. And you get spam galore here, which is why it's easy to end up clicking on a bad link. Speaking of two-factor, don't use SMS or email for your two-factor. Email accounts get compromised regularly, and believe it or not, SIM swapping has happened many, many times, resulting in massive crypto losses. Look, Verizon isn't going to reimburse you if they get your crypto stolen by getting your SIM account swapped. So use a Google Authenticator and make sure you back up those setup codes in case you lose that phone. Now remember, back them up offline. Next, and I shouldn't have to say this, but people are social media morons these days, don't brag about your crypto. Not for fun, not for girls, not for publicity, just stay low key. If you buy a bunch of tokens and they go to the moon, bragging about it might feel good for the moment. But just remember, the bigger the reward, the more effort a hacker will go through to try and get you. Once they know you're a worthy target, now you have a bullseye on your back. Plus, have you ever heard of the $5 wrench attack? It goes like this. Hey, that guy has a bunch of crypto. Kidnap him, then hit him with this $5 wrench until he gives us the password. Pretty simple, huh? On the other hand, if you're new to crypto and you don't have many tokens, I suggest starting out with some free coins to learn the ropes. Now, just because these come for free doesn't mean they can't be extremely valuable. For example, the LooksRare airdrop last year netted me about $300 in 100% free tokens, and friends of mine took home over 1,000. Go to getmyfreecrypto.com if you want to learn more about this. I have an airdrop masterclass that I am giving away for free right now. Now, as far as crypto exchanges go, there are some specific things that you want to do in addition to the tips I already shared. Set up your exchange account using your new email address. That way, if your old one is compromised, your exchanges are still safe. Also, exchanges tend to have a bunch of unique security options, like time locking your tokens so they can't be removed right away, whitelisting addresses for withdrawal so they can only be moved to wallets of your choosing, custom email security phrases. These are going to appear in every email from your exchange so that if someone tries to phish you and pretends to be the exchange, they're not going to know this unique phrase. And there are many, many more options. To learn about my favorite exchanges and the ones to avoid, click the link up here. Now take these steps seriously. The more money you have, the more seriously you need to take them. All it takes is a few good news stories to turn your $500 investment into a $5,000 target. Also, I don't recommend keeping a large amount of crypto in an exchange. While most modern exchanges are insured against hacks, they are the biggest target in crypto. And the recent collapse of Celsius and a bunch of other exchanges reinforced the oldest rule in crypto. Not your keys, not your tokens. When these sites went down, they froze everyone's assets. And trust me, you don't want your tokens frozen in the middle of a collapse. Keeping them in a custodial wallet removes this problem. However, custodial wallets require some extra security. So let's talk about that. When it comes to self-custodying your tokens, there are two options, hot and cold. Basically, this refers to whether the device that they're stored on is connected to the internet or completely offline. Look, there are lots of great hot wallets out there, and many of them are free. Most of these are browser-based or mobile, which is why they're very handy when it comes to spending and trading your tokens. I'm only going to cover the security measures you need to take with these today. If you want to learn which wallets I prefer and why, as well as see walkthroughs on how to set them up, click up here or in the description. Now, the problem with a hot wallet is that these are far less secure than a cold wallet, even if you follow the security methods I'm going to teach in a moment. I know many people who followed good, safe crypto storage practices. Then they downloaded malware by accident and lost all of their tokens and NFTs. If you really want to be safe and have more than a few $100s in crypto, you really need one of these, a hardware wallet. These are the gold standard in crypto security. They are a physical device that is separate from your phone or your computer. They connect to the internet through a cable or a Bluetooth connection when you want to transfer in or out your tokens. They integrate directly with many of the best hot wallets so that you can easily move your tokens through the DeFi ecosystem, all while keeping the rest of your crypto safely offline so that it can't be accessed by hackers, no matter what. Each time you want to make a transaction, you have to enter a PIN number in this device. Thus, even if you connect it to a PC with malware on it, the hackers will not be able to move your crypto without entering the PIN into your ledger. And if they can do that, you've got some bigger problems to worry about. Just like the software wallets, I'm not going to go into my favorite models right now, but if you want to see that list, along with the ones I personally use, click up here. Whether you're creating a hot wallet or a cold wallet, every time you make a custodial wallet, you're going to create one of these. These are known as a seed phrase. It's a list of 12 to 24 different words, and these are extremely important. This list of words, entered in the correct order, will recreate your entire wallet with every token and NFT inside it. It's an absolutely wonderful trick of cryptography, but also a huge responsibility. This can absolutely save your butt. If your toddler decides to flush your ledger down the toilet, the wallet may be gone forever, but the crypto is not. If you accidentally run over your phone after a fun night out with your friends, your Bored Ape can find its way back to you. But if you let these words slide into the hands of anyone else, they can easily do the exact same thing. Yes, if I came across this list of words, even if I don't have your password, PIN, or device, even if I don't know what blockchain you're using or what tokens you own, I can recreate the entire wallet, then transfer everything out to a wallet I control, and you are out of luck permanently. So being smart with these is the biggest lesson in the whole video. Number one, never, ever, I'm gonna say it again, ever store these phrases online. Not in an email account, Word document, or cloud storage. Not on your social media account or your phone. These need to be kept safe, secure, and offline. As I said, 99% of the people trying to steal your tokens have no way of accessing your home. And if they do somehow, what are the odds they're gonna find where you stored this phrase? But keeping it in a Word document or a Google Drive makes it easy pickings for any hacker. So go old school. Write it down. If you want to be extra safe, there are devices like this for storing it safely offline. These are designed to withstand natural disasters, but we're going to talk about that in just a moment. Number two, do not share these seed phrases with anyone for any reason at any time. Now, it sounds simple enough, but scammers love to pretend that there's some helpful customer service agent who's going to help fix all your crypto problems. All they need is your seed phrase, and they're going to get you all set. Don't fall for this. A fake website might ask for your seed phrase to update your wallet to the newest version. Don't fall for this. Real, legitimate companies are never going to ask for your seed phrase. They don't need it and they don't want it. In fact, the only thing they can do with it is rob you. So no matter how tempting it seems or how convincing they appear, don't fall for it. Your seed phrase is for your eyes only. Don't give away your crypto by being foolish and sharing it with anyone, ever. Clear enough? The only time you should ever enter these words is if you're restoring your own wallet. Scammers and hackers aside, there's one more thing we need to protect your tokens from, and that is a natural disaster. Yes, these are incredibly unlikely, but how would it feel to find out that your entire house burned down? It's a devastating experience. Not only did you lose all of your stuff, but that ledger with $200,000 in Dogecoin just burned up too. Oh, and so did that book where you stored the seed phrase. To protect from this, you're going to want to store a copy of your seed phrase somewhere else. It could be tucked away in your car or at your parents' house. You could write down one word on each page of a book or store it in different files on a USB drive. You can buy one of these special password devices or use invisible ink. There are lots of different ways to store it. Oh, and by the way, a list of 12 words that says seed phrase is not discreet. Anyone in crypto who stumbles across this will know exactly what it is. Just make sure you store it somewhere other than your home, just in case. Finally, be careful of links and downloads. Crypto-specific malware is powerful and prevalent. It can put keystroke loggers on your computer so that hackers find out your password, then access your wallet remotely. It can create fake versions of a wallet that look legitimate but are controlled by hackers. Hackers have even gotten these listed on the Google Play Store, so they look totally legitimate. Malware can even take over your RAM and replace the wallet address you're trying to send crypto to with a hacker's address. But remember, once this happens, it's too late. There's no going back. So make sure you check your links. Make sure that they have the proper HTTPS protocol, not just a HTTP, and triple check the URL. Swapping an I for an L or an M for an N is an easy way to make people miss this, and they end up on the wrong site. Also, don't download software to your crypto PC. I know this may sound like a pain, but it's worth it. I know an influencer who is constantly evaluating new crypto games. As a result, he's always trying these new games and thus downloading new games. You see where this is going, right? Yeah, he got hacked and lost well over $20,000 worth of NFTs and tokens. And by crypto standards, that's a tiny hack, which leads us to our last rule. Check your addresses. Yes, when sending crypto, you have to enter one of those long, crazy phrases like this. Make sure it's correct. Sending it to the wrong place might give it to someone else who you have no way of contacting. Or, even worse, send it to a dead address and it's gone forever. So always check your addresses. And if it's a new address, send a test transaction. You may end up paying a little extra gas to do this, but sending $5 or $10 to test the transaction could save you from a massive mistake. My final wallet tip is to spread it around. The more you have, the more you should spread. Why keep $285,000 of crypto in a $59 wallet? Buy 2 or 3, even 10 of these. That way, if one of them gets compromised, the rest are still safe. Once again, I know this is a pain, but welcome to being your own bank. You are the vault, the security personnel, the police force, and the camera system. Some of this may be overkill. If there's $50 in your bank, put in $50 worth of effort. But if there's more, then you need some sort of a vault. I recommend you start with the $59 hardware wallet that nobody is talking about by clicking up here.